service up there.
We'll probably get to
On the other side of the beam. Just on the other side of the big one. Take the whole rig out.
Guys, we're going to do the look to this day. It's the first thing we're going to go through with the group, the chorus, and everything.
Third row, take a step back.
2 to E at 43.
That's where it gets big.
You can list there are lots of the whole L. I want you to take just a nice gentle slow bow with him with the rest of the cast. Yep, perfect.
Nebraska originally was peopled by pioneers, people who weren't afraid of challenge, people who left their homes and moved here and bought a farm and raised a family and sent their children to school and hoped for better things, hoped for better education.
You know, and they did that with those gnarled old calloused hands. The work and the effort they went through. Boy, they survived a lot to make this what it is.
The sower on the top of the Capitol building is, those kind of symbols still dominate our state. When I think of what they expect from the university, I think they expect those same qualities. I think they expect an institution that demonstrates a willingness to work hard, to advance the interests of all.
When I think of the University of Nebraska, I think of tradition. I think of a university that has had the pioneering spirit, that has done a great job for its citizens.
The thing about Nebraskans is we're not afraid to get our hands dirty. We know how to work hard. We grow up working hard. We have a long lineage of family members that have worked hard.
Every day we're trying to develop our dexterity and our tactile sense. Those same hands that are doing dental work and maybe performing the finest manipulations are often hands that were detasseling corn maybe 10 years ago.
I've been blessed to have a number of people who have been prepared and willing to roll up their sleeves and get into the work. And it's usually not because of them, it's because of what they want to do for someone else.
Something my grandfather told me one time. He said, if it's worth doing, it's worth doing well. So I think you carry forward, and I see that in Nebraska.
Giving back to the community, sometimes going out and renovating a park or making the city beautiful.
We really stand together and help each other. When we see something that we believe in, we really stand behind it.
We have vitality here. Walk through this campus, you'll hear a certain hum. And that's everybody working together to build the future.
I love the university. It is a university that we have all crafted together. It really is a wonderful thing to look back and see what we have built here.
When I think of the University of Nebraska, I think of pride.
When I think of the University of Nebraska, I think of the countless opportunities it provides for students and for faculty to work together to solve problems and enhance life. Examples I share with you represent experience and opportunities of only one faculty member and one student among thousands of opportunities being realized across the university. Stories are unfolding around us each and every day.
Good evening. My name is Lauren Garcia, and I'm a senior at UNL, where I'm studying advertising in the College of Journalism and Mass Communications. When I came to the university, I had the honor of receiving the National Hispanic Scholarship.
You might think that you've heard happiness before, but a child's laughter has nothing on a father who knows he doesn't have to pay for his son's college. He was very excited.
Currently in my third year, and I'm working through a variety of clerkships across the state of Nebraska, and each day I see patients in the ER, in the hospital, and in the clinic, and I've even helped deliver a few babies over the last couple weeks. And it's been an amazing opportunity with more hands-on experience than I ever could have imagined.
At a time when kids ask their parents questions, you would ask yours, and they're not there for you. So it was a struggle all the way, but thanks to Susan Thompson about the scholarship, I'm here today. So, and thanks to all of you guys out there who help support kids like us who just want to get to college. So, thank you.
If there's one thing I have learned in my work as a scientist, it's the change is constant. Mutations occur and evolution is inevitable. Faced with that knowledge, there's only one sound choice we can make: to respond and adapt, because that's how progress is made.
The biggest concern that I have about the state is that we're not growing very fast as a state population-wise. We have a very real danger of losing one of our congressional seats in 2010. Now, people would say, well, that's no consequence, but it tells a story. It tells us what's happening to Nebraska compared to other parts of the country.
This world is very, very important. Someone in Nebraska may have the ability to improve our state in immeasurable ways. How are we going to find that person? Because without access to education, maybe that will be squandered. That would just be tragic.
The great opportunity that we have right now is to take that next step in excellence. We're very good. And I think people realize that there's a quality base here, but we are right on the edge of excelling.
To lose that momentum would just be crazy. We're on such an excellent upward path, and we've got so many people behind us. To not join in and become a part of that movement, it would be an opportunity lost.
Things will change, things will advance, and I think it's critical for the universities to identify things in our world that need to be researched, need to be developed, need to be taught. It's important for the people supporting those institutions to, to make sure those things happen. And that takes money.
Life is a long walk forward through the crowded cars of a passenger train. The bright world racing past beyond the windows, people on either side of the aisle, strangers whose stories we never learn, dear friends whose name we long remember, and passing acquaintances whose names and faces we take in like a breath and soon breathe away. But there's still so many cars ahead, the next and the next and the next, clatter to clatter to clatter, and we close the door against the wind and find a new year, a club car, brightly lit, fresh flowers in vases on the tables, green meadows beyond the windows, and lots of people who together, stranger, acquaintance, and friend, turn towards you and smiling broadly, lift their glasses.
Vision of hope. That's a great way to describe what we share today for the University of Nebraska. But it is, of course, more than just a hope. It's a hope that is achievable, realistic, and supported by remarkable and steady progress.
And so you have engineers and you have computer scientists and you have architects and you have people who specialize in different areas of construction. They're all housed in a facility which allows them to very readily collaborate. It creates endless possibilities.
We have a number of great ideas on this campus. New ideas, novel ideas, 21st century medicine and beyond.
I think the possibility of those programs are unlimited. If the university is to take these disciplines, have them work together, put their areas of expertise together, that's the magic.
And we have high hopes that we'll get there.
This is a place that really can make dreams come true.
Imagine what we could do right here in Nebraska.
To ensure those ideas reach their full potential will require nothing less than significant funding. That's why the campaign for Nebraska is so important, right here and right now. Our goal for the campaign is to raise $1.2 billion over the next 5 years toward the realization of 9 strategic priorities. That's right, $1.2 billion. But our real goal, our ultimate goal, is to transform lives and build a better world for future generations of Nebraska.
But it's only the beginning, and we still have a great deal of work ahead of us to make this campaign successful. And when I say successful, I'm not just talking about hitting the big numbers. Certainly that's a wonderful thing. But what excites me most, and what excites my colleagues most, is the opportunity to make sure this university, this special university, continues to profoundly impact the lives of young men and women who will turn to and graduate from one of the finest institutions in this country. We're working on a dream, and it's going to take all of us.
I'm working on a dream, though sometimes it feels so far away. I'm working on a dream, and I know it will be mine someday. Rain pouring down, I swing my hammer. My hands are up from working on a dream. I'm working on a dream. No trouble can feel like it's here to stay. I'm working on a dream.
It's going to be for people who organize this. I came to the University of Nebraska in 1953 with a strategy and a dream. More than anything else, I wanted to be in management and run a business. So my major in
4 years. My
My family has been committed to providing young Nebraskans with the opportunity to follow their own dreams. Through the Susan Thompson Buffett Foundation, we've been privileged to offer scholarships to literally hundreds of students who might not otherwise have been able to pursue a college education.
That's what the university is really all about, our children. It's about giving them the education, the skills that will prepare them to fulfill their dreams of being future leaders in our state. Leaders in engineering, business, education.
And when you think about it, that's what places like the Rake School, the Keywood Institute, the Durham School are all about. So as we together seize the opportunity before us and soar into a future of unlimited possibilities, it's nice to know that we'll be carried there on the wings of the same core values that have always made Nebraska and Nebraskans great.
The university is a place of discovery and foremost of discovery of self. But you also have that first taste of freedom where you begin to understand the difference between teaching and learning. I certainly understood being taught, but it was at the university that I learned to learn.
We are just amazed. We just continue to be amazed that there's all this talent out there, and we just need to capitalize on it.
And then we need to keep them here.
Yes, we sure do. Yes.
Our grandchildren are living in this community, and they will be working themselves through it, as well as friends of theirs and people who maybe need a little extra nudge to get there. So it's a giving back, and it's a giving back with a great deal of gratitude for what we've received.
My basic philosophy is your real wealth is not measured in how much money you have. It's truly measured in what you give of yourself.
It's not just the Nebraska or a certain program, and it's not just one student. It's kind of just like the future for everyone and education as a whole.
It's been amazing to look at the backgrounds and why people support the university. We've got great people that have done tremendous things for the university, but the connections are all personal. And I would hope people would take the time to understand how they can make a real personal difference in people's lives.
I, like many of you, am a person whose life was greatly enriched and fundamentally transformed by the University of Nebraska. So when I think about the university and its importance, at its essence, I think of the opportunity it provides to young people to achieve their most ambitious dreams, to give them an educational experience that enables them to compete with anyone in the world, and that prepares them for a successful career and a successful life. And that's an opportunity I want every young person in the state of Nebraska to have. That's my passion and my focus based on my own experiences. Here in this room tonight, there are many different passions and many different experiences. But I know that we share a desire to make our state and our world a better place for those who follow us.
My general feeling and purpose all along has been the young people. Educations that are meaningful, meaning they get a great education, but there's a place to use it.
I guess teaching is just in my blood. My mom was a teacher. My older sister is pursuing teaching. Being involved with students and helping them gain and achieve in their lives is kind of what I'm meant to do.
This will predict our future collectively as a society.
I'd like a nation of thoughtful people. I'd like a nation of people that understand what it takes to be self-governing. In a world this big and this complex, requires the training in thinking and the exposure to thinking.
In a rural state like Nebraska, to make sure that every single person in Nebraska has access to the same state-of-the-art treatment, state-of-the-art diagnosis, no matter how far away they live from a hospital, is critically important.
And for the world,
Water, I think, is one of the most important issues that mankind will have to deal with. So if you're going to continue to feed a growing population that demands ever better diets, you have no option but to become more efficient in how you use fresh water.
What I'd like to see is others that maybe were not in the top of the class, maybe did not have the financial resources, and maybe were a little indecisive about what they might end up doing in life. I'd like to see them have the same opportunity I had.
I would say that if somebody said the University of Nebraska is one of the great economic engines in the world, that would be the best thing that you could say. And that we won the national championship again would be good too.
Common denominator, I believe, is a passion for education and the power it has to transform lives and a love for the University of Nebraska. So as you think about this campaign for Nebraska and all that we together are working to accomplish, about the unlimited possibilities across 4 outstanding campuses, I ask you to ponder some important questions. First, how have your experiences with the University of Nebraska impacted your life? What value have you received? What difference has it made for you? How do you personally want to make a difference in the lives of Nebraskans and many others beyond our state and generations?
First of all, I would agree that the legacy of the university, the legacy of the state, comes from people that came here and used their hands to scratch out a living. The notion of hands, they're hands that work, they're hands that hug, they're hands that lend a hand to others. You know, this world's not all about us. This university's not all about the faculty. It's not all about the students. It's about the communities in which they work. I think the state expects greatness from the university.
Unlimited possibilities means every student qualified to go to the university, regardless of the accident of how wealthy their parents are. Just think all the untapped ingenuity and talent that could be unleashed in this state.
What an amazing feeling to be able to give back and to give to someone and just say, here's the open door to the rest of your life. Like, I can't even imagine. That must be a wonderful feeling because it has made the difference in my life, and I know that it will for other students.
If we cannot provide resources to students, we have failed on several fronts. Every economic indicator increases when we put a college-educated student back into the community.
I think unlimited possibilities would mean anything can happen, you can do anything, and I think that donors have a huge impact on that.
You can measure a significant life by financial accomplishments, or you could measure it by making a difference in the lives of others.
There are so many unmet needs out there. We've talked so often that we wish we were really wealthy so we could just do so much more than what we're doing. You just can't get more joy than we get from this.
Nebraska's the good life. Across the Missouri River, you see it on a river. Nebraska, the good life. We want to keep it that way and make it better.
Con una educación todo es posible. With an education, anything is possible.
With access to an excellent education, anything is possible. With the most talented faculty, innovative programs, state-of-the-art facilities, anything is possible. With a relentless focus on our strengths and an unyielding commitment to address issues that matter most, anything is possible. And that's why I'm asking you to reach out and do what you can to advance this campaign and its important objectives. Reach out and get involved in a campus and in an area that you truly care about. Reach out and touch the lives of today's students and those for generations to come.
Reach out and touch somebody's hand. Make this world a better place. If you can, reach out and touch somebody's hand. Make this world a better place. If you can, take a little time out of your busy day to show a little love to someone who has lost their way. Or would I be talking to a stone if I asked you to share a problem that was not your own? Yes, we can change things if we stop giving. Why don't you reach out and touch somebody's hand?
Thank you. Thank you all for coming tonight. Thank you.